takes less time if you do it at the beginning than it does if you just do it the entire time.
Right, so this goes back to kind of setting priorities, coming up with what maybe some of the deliverables or the milestones in what you're going to have your participant do. If you do that, front load it, then you're going to be able to think, okay, well, since now I kind of know what I want them to do, I also know what concepts they need to know. Since you know that, you're going to find some reading material. So then you can spend the first few days doing that instead of letting that annoyance build up, just throw your hands up, get impatient, you know, not communicate well, not be enthusiastic, and then it turns into a bad experience for you and them. So I think that's a good idea, is to have the reading material available. Anybody else?
Are you guys still bringing, like, on the note of that, are you still bringing in REU students in their first year, like freshmen?
No, I don't think we only had.
No, first year, no. There'll be, maybe there might be second
I don't
years.
think there was too many. I think I sent my sophomore to UC San Diego. I don't quote me on that though. Is that your school? Is that your alma mater? Oh, no. He was actually from Cornell, so, you know, a sophomore from Cornell might be the equivalent to, I don't know, junior at other universities, so. No, he was really bright, but, you know, you just get, it doesn't matter at that level how bright they are, it's still what classes have they taken, so. I can't remember offhand how many, or what their levels were.
There's a couple from community colleges, 2 undergraduates from community colleges, so, but I don't know how, and they may have more. Even though they're from community colleges, I think they still had a few, at least 3 or 4 years of different classes.
Yeah,
so.
like Marcus Lee is a community college student, but he's a Native American, even though he's an undergrad. But he came very highly recommended from one of the professors in the science program over there. So.
I think the reason we say freshman is, I mean, so it doesn't matter what university they come from, as long as they have some sort of classes beforehand.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to start fresh and.
Yeah, no, there's no like.
There's no freshmen. There's no freshmen. Sophomore. I think there might be some incoming juniors. I think that's pretty much where they're at. Obviously, you know, I think there might even be a couple seniors.
Yeah.
The way we rate them, just so that you know, is we have a rating scale that's weighted. Because the purpose of our REU program is to give students who might not otherwise have an opportunity for research. So we look at whether they come from a university, which makes it a little more difficult on you. So we're not picking the Stanford necessarily. We're not picking those who are from really high-level universities. But we're looking at this weighted system of, are they first generation? Do they come from a university that has a research opportunity? Because if they don't, that's something that we weighted a little bit higher. We looked at some of the priorities, because this is an NSF-funded proposal, that our niche, again for the RET, is the Native American population, and for the undergraduate, the REU program is for students who, again, might not otherwise have an opportunity to do. We all know how hard it is even here as an undergrad to get lab research, and so the goal is to help them kind of get through the door. So keep that in mind, that you know, some of them may be first generation, so they may have no idea how to get into grad school. They may just be like, thank God I got into undergrad. You know, they really may not know the process. But. So I can't answer your questions. I don't have a list in front of me, but
I mean,
no freshmen.
No, the reason it's fine is just more like some of them, when they're freshmen, they might not have the enthusiasm to go off on their own and learn, and they just want to be pretty much hand-fed.
Well, send them my way if they are like that, because as the
I don't have one. I mean,
if you guys get somebody like that, really. I mean, I used to be the advisor. I don't have a problem saying, you know, we're not babysitting you. You're here. You're getting paid for this too. Suck it up. Let's go. I mean, and really, when you look at them compared to their peers, they apply to an REU. That's already somebody who shows initiative.
Right.
You know, so even though you might get somebody through the door who is really trying to not use an idiom. Really green, what is it, like when they're really novice, you know, just think that they're already a step ahead of most of the peers because they're taking that initiative. They have goals. They're not necessarily going to just go off and, you know, barely make it. These are not the students who are going to do, even if they are first generation, maybe their GPA wasn't a 4.0, they're the ones that are showing that initiative to come do an undergraduate experience.
How much funding do the teachers have?
How much funding do the teachers have? How much do they get paid?
No, how much do they get?
How much research money do we have? How much can we buy chemicals with, etc.?
No, I think I know that question, but I don't want to say it on camera. I think, don't quote me, and I'll find out for sure. I think it's 500 for lab stuff, to buy lab material. And then again,
for them to take with them?
no, and then the teachers get 1,500 at the end to take, because they're not just getting, you know, the goal is for them to get other things to stock their classroom with STEM stuff. So, again, don't quote me on that. I can send out an email to verify. I'm pretty sure it's 500. Pretty sure that's what I heard. So any other obstacles or any questions at this point? It's just opened up
Yeah,
completely.
any questions at all?
So we're all ready?
So
Excited?
they're doing a poster?
They do. They have to do a poster. Oh, that reminds me. One big initiative, especially for the undergraduates, is to try to publish. So I'm not putting that on you guys to say, I need you to. Look at the, this is bad nonverbal communication.
I said good luck. That was my exact comment to him.
So that's bad verbal community. That's not enthusiastic. No, and obviously I mean, you have them for 10 weeks. So if you can kind of spin how you talk to them, or things that you might say to them to get them enthused, or if you are in the middle of trying to publish, if you can kind of talk to them about some of the things, talk to them about journals. There is the JUR, Journal of Undergraduate Research. There's one
It's
in
like
physics.
30 of them.
Yeah, so there's one in physics. There's several opportunities.
Really low standards. They can do
Exactly. The whole
abstracts.
point is to get undergrads to.
Well, but it's not like it has to be doctoral level work. It's just like, I did this experiment, I pushed this button.
They still don't let
and it's amazing.
Wikipedia in there as a citation, but
Unless you post it.
yeah. And they recognize that these are undergrads, so the level of research may not be the
Maybe
same.
you could send out that list to all of the students and they could pick a journal they'd like to get into, and then we could facilitate that.
That would be
Not have to
really,
do work on our end.
yeah, no, I would, that's a good idea. I should write that down. I don't have a pen, but.
Are you guys going to be printing the posters?
Are we what?
Are you printing the posters or just that something